if you don't mind, Stephen, everybody's got a story. If you don't mind
Yeah, I
sharing
can
what
tell a
got you
little bit
here,
of
what's your
mine.
story?
Of course. Okay. Here's the fun reason to listen to this episode if you are driving somewhere or playing along at home, right? Or at the gym. I am one of the few people you'll meet who's been a senior executive on a couple motion picture studio lots and also raised over $20 million of venture capital and run three startups, founded three startups, one successful exit, two failures. And it's true, you learn more from the failures. Um, in doing that, I've been very fortunate to work with some really smart high performers. And what I do now is I run a focus app with a focus community of people who are generally like writers, designers, engineers, so they can focus during the day and basically get into a flow state.
So, what was the experience like? Everybody wants to hear that at 20th Fox, Century Fox. You've worked for them for a while, and you were vice president of production for them. Like, you've
Yeah.
spent, what is it, 2 years with them?
So in a couple of years there, I will say this: style, culture of these organizations come from the top, and the style and values of Murdoch's really infused every level of that organization. It was a big value mismatch for me. I had been at DreamWorks for 4 years, working with Alex Kurtz and Bob Orsi, who are writers. Transformers 1 and 2, Star Trek 11, Eagle Eye, Fringe, Mission Impossible 3, bunch of like big, fun summer movies. And when Fox approached me about leaving, they said, "Oh yeah, we'll double your salary, but we'll also give you the Die Hard franchise to run. You probably grew up watching Die Hard movies." I was like, I did grow up watching the Die Hard movies. Like, do you want to be the executive making the next Die Hard? And we're at Wolverine. We'll give you the Wolverine franchise to run if you come here. And that was pretty attractive to me, even though many friends whose counsel I respected said, "Hey man, this is like, DreamWorks is a great match for you." Steven and Stacy, who were there running at the time, they absolutely want everyone to go home every night and try and make their projects 1% better. And it's an inspiring culture to work that way. And not every movie turns out great. I mean, it's hard to make a great movie. So even though you may try,
Hmm.
lightning has to strike many times for something to be great. It's great script, great casting, great director, right time of year to release it, all that. But I went to Fox. I was like, wow, that would be incredibly cool to go be the vice president running, these franchises. And the reality was, yeah, it was a huge value mismatch. So as polite as I can say it, I did not enjoy my time at Fox. It was definitely impetus to get out and start a company on my own because I fundamentally did not get along with my boss, who's the chairman of the studio, and he hated me. So it was mutual. It was a love relationship, right?
It's funny how these things happen sometime there, Stephen.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So yeah, that was that
So,
was an
so
interesting
now
time.
you operate, or you started a company. I think it's called Suka.
Yeah,
Did
it's
I
called
get that
Sukha.
right?
Sukha means happiness in Sanskrit. You
Okay.
know, And I can explain that name to you later, but it's really about. I looked at the high performers, like $1 million screenwriters that I've worked with, top directors, top engineers, designers. And it was interesting to see which ones burned out, which ones were operating at that level. And, in their 30s, they were like, I want to go pick apples in Oregon. Like, I just get me out of here. I want to be a real estate agent in Toronto or something. It's just,
Yeah, yeah.
and which ones were consistently able to stay at the top. And the way in which they managed their brain energy was very interesting. And that's what Sukha's about. Sukha's about saying, hey, if you have X number of things to do in a day, how can you do them faster than you think possible? And at the end, leave yourself feeling better. And that allows it to be repeatable when you look forward to it. So that's really what I'm passionate about. It's a website, it's a community, and it's really fun.